and talent and understanding. Your body thanks you, your mind embraces you, and all your thoughts are trying, willing, and going into balance with self. Open that portal to the next galaxy, the next universe, the next dimension. Along this trip, our captain extraordinaire is Dr. Cicely D. Allow her to guide you, introduce you, and embrace our guests with great resources from the unknown to the known to what we thought, to remove the illusion that you have about yourself, your surroundings, and your vortex of the matrix in which you live. Let's go and embark on this journey through Alchemy Networks. Dr. Cicely D. will be truly and proving with you along with her illustrious guests that she has presented on this luxury network of Food Alchemy Network. So without further ado, welcome to Food Alchemy Network and welcome our guests and our illustrious host, Dr. Cicely D'Angelo. Blessing.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday. I'm ready for y'all today. We're going to talk about divine mother nurturing. And if you were on my Instagram page, you got an alert. If you was on my Facebook page, you got a great explanation about tonight's show. What we're going to talk about is the mother nurturings and the whys and the why nots. And if you didn't get that nurturing in your life, how to get it and achieve it and have it in your life now that you are older and wiser. So let's begin. There was a mantra that I put on there by Diva Mata. Um, and it is a Hindu, it's a Hindu mantra meaning divine mother and nurturing the earth and the divine beings. That meaning us, we're divine beings. See? I like that. Meaning the gods that we are and the gods that surrounds us. That means spirits as well. So being that the earth that we're on and being balanced and all of that good stuff, you need these loving, beautiful energies to be with us. They help us. So sometimes we don't know because of some things that have happened in our life, sometimes cause of our own, sometimes not cause of our own, why our mothers are not in our life. Sometimes we choose that, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes our mothers pass as an infant. Sometimes mothers pass in childbirth. Sometimes mothers pass like from toddlers and different ages and different stages in your life. And you didn't get to experience that. And there might not been no aunties or grandmothers or whatever it may be, like a lot of motherly figures in your life that contribute and help you in that stage in your life as a child growing up to be an adult. And a lot of it's been fathers, the macho matisse energy that you must hold and carry. That's just what you should do. A lot of people put that on and say this is, you got to be strong, all that good stuff. So it's good to know that it is healthy for you to cry. It is healthy for you to express yourself. Okay? And feelings are very important, and your feelings are very validated. Your emotional state is much validated. So give your with some of the have these examples to see and feel, be around you, but you might see them on TV, and you might have grew up with the Brady Bunch mom, or you might have grew up with the Claire Huxtable mama from the Cosby's. You might have grew up in Give Me a Break mama, Esther Roll, Florence. Or you might have grew up and it was doing what else? Uh, Bart Simpson's mother. I think that's a cartoon, right? Bart Simpson's kind of a mother. Or Married with Children. These are different plays of shows that people grow up and they see them examples. Um, and they didn't have a grandmother. And then along came Medea. She came along and she's just a whole different entity and force, portraying Big Mama, the mother that grandmother, mother that kept the family together. That is what a lot of people thought, and actually some do. They are the glue that keep the family together. Sometimes they would take in children that their mother couldn't raise because of whatever her circumstances, and they come into the fold and they live with the grandmother. And you're seeing a lot of that during this COVID as well. This is kind of nothing new. It's just being brought forth to the light these last couple of years, even before COVID, that grandparents are left to take care of these younger generation because their children can, or their children are in prison, or their children uh, died prematurely or in their divine time that they were supposed to go. So they have to reparent up, get their parent skills on. You know what it's like to be a grandparent. So, with that being in mind, how do you find this divine mother energy? What is loving? To you, does loving have a string? Does loving have conditions of loving? To me, love is unconditional. And I know that people say, oh, that's crazy. Thing is, when you love, you shouldn't have certain expectations or put certain chains, if you will, on individuals. Because when you put chains, it's like an animal be captured in the wilderness and put in a chain on it. They don't know how to react. So basically, what you do is you cultivate, you show them, you guide them, and give them examples that they see so that it's in their mind. This is what a lot of villages did back in the day. They showed them, guide them, put them with different sectors of people in different ways for them to grow up in a balance. And it wasn't just one person, it was a whole village that got to implement with each child. Like, we're so busy, like, I got this, I'm superwoman, I'm Superman. But it is that it's very important that they get involved. They show the love. The community show that child love so that they can, the emptiness, maybe their parent or whatever's not there, they can feel loved. They're really no different than anybody else, and they can do anything by putting that love and nurturing and let them know they're cared about, they're thought about. It makes a big difference. You think it don't, but it makes a big difference in an individual's life. plays a great part in their life when they know that they are loved. And if they do something, and that even though you don't agree with them, that they can come to you and say, look, mom, dad, I did blah blah blah, and say, I'm scared about how you were going to react. So I thought I would share that with you about what's going on in my life. I want you to know I'm scared, but I'm ready to accept my consequences. Now, but if you're constantly yelling, screaming, um, threatening, when they have a big issue, they're not going to be able to sit down and talk with you because their feelings of what they are going through, they're scared because you've been threatened, you done beat, you done did this, did that. It was like, and now it's rigid. So there's no room for communication. It's just room to build up fear. And with that, we also put that trauma and drama in their physical psyche. So we don't want to do that. And I know, like some children, they just say anything. Now that is unacceptable. Train your children the way you want them to go, meaning speak to them in a loving tone and understand and let them know right off. First of all, you got to start while they're young. You can't let them get 6, 7, and 8 and thinking they gonna tell you what to do. Cheryl, call y'all. Cheryl, you go. Did you just hear what I said? I'm not gonna do that. You go sit down somewhere. See, that's when parents want to take a kid and snatch them up and have them sit down a little bit more, or put a paddle to the booty. I'm just saying that can happen sometimes. So there's a way to talk to children, and there was an old saying. Um, they used to have children should not be heard but seen, or children should be seen not heard, or something like that. I didn't agree with that. I think everybody should be able to speak, but speak in respect and realize that you are an elder and they need to respect the elder. But there's some elders that be disrespected. So if that's the case, you need to go get another elder and tell them what's going on so that they can address the issue. We have to talk to our children so they can understand. So there is no problem where they feel that they can disrespect elders all the time, you know. So let's get about loving. Let's talk about how to see what love feels like. It's a happy feeling of nurturing that mother's energy. It's like feeding, I know it's like crazy, like feeding your soul that nurturing energy. It just uplifts you. It know that what you're trying to see, like that, it feels like it comes. You know what I mean? It mm, like that right there, like mm, it's so strong. That nurturing it goes deep in your heart and you feel it in your soul. That when you wake up, if you see your mama, mother, madre, whatever, madrina, it's gonna be okay. Big mama, it's gonna be okay. Because that love that they feel, they guard you, they protect you, they hold you, they keep you from danger. So when they tell you not to do something, they're telling you, look, I don't want you to do this because when you actually go and do something, this can happen to you. You could get hit by a car, somebody could snatch you up, you could be, All different reasons they give you why they're telling you not to do something, just like because I said so. And that used to be an old saying, because I said so meant, okay, well, I won't ask no more questions. Children are like that. They want to test. So when you explain, I know people think I'm crazy, but when you explain, it gives them like a thought like, aha, I get that. And then there's some of us that over explain, and then the children thinks they can compete. So there's a level of balance, and you have to let them know, look, it is what it is. Okay, express yourself. Let's sit down and talk. And you sit down and you talk with them and find out where they're coming from. Because sometimes the emotion the children are feeling is not really per se what's going on in the house, but it might be something they experience in school, an environment, or even around the family. Something make that energy within them shift, that they decided, or they want to be a grown woman or grown man, so they want to challenge you. Or as my aunt say, sometimes when after women have sex, they start smelling themselves. I say, what? They have a funny smell. It's just like, no. They start smelling themselves. They think they know everything because now they're having sex. And the thing is, it doesn't take a mature person to have sex. All they do is get it together and get it going on. It takes a mature person to understand why they're coming together, why they're having, sex. But a lot of people just have sex. But let's get back to the mother loving and energy that we have. In Yoruba is Yemaya, and I have my blue. Like, that's one of her blue colors is Yemaya. Yemaya is of the ocean. And among her, she nurtures all the children, majority of the children of the Orishas. That she nurtures them and she takes care of them. There was a story said that Oshun had children, and she was so busy doing different things that she didn't have time to take care. So she would give her to her sister, Yamaya, and she would take care and raise them and love them and give them the nourishment and the guidance and the love that they need that they couldn't get to their mother. Because Oshun is also for prosperity, attractiveness, beauty. She's running around and uh, looking quite gorgeous. Where they see Yemaya, she's rather motherly, but she's gorgeous too. Then you got Newt and Comet. Newt is the sky, the stars, the universe that sits above Gabe, the earth. And Comet, Gabe, is the earth, not Gaia. So that is okay. She gives that and she births the water, the streams, and all that. That's new. But we're not here to talk about that. Um, that's nurturing, providing for a beautiful environment, providing the rain, providing the sun, giving it air. I mean, you see, like, can you feel like a plant? It needs air, it needs water, needs sunshine to flourish. That is us beings. We need that. We need water, we need air, we need food to nourish for us to breathe, and we need oxygen in order for us to grow. But also, we need mental stimulation and connection with loved ones to give us that nurturing, loving feeling. Now, let's talk about another mother. Another mother is Gaia, the planet we sit on, the planet that we walk around, that grows, that has the oceans, the mountains, the trees, and us beings that sits on it, in it, and around it. Gaia is an energy source herself, and she nurtures all of us because we're all here. Gaia provides us with water, the earth, the mountain, and the food that we eat, the plants. That again is nurturing at its best because we take, but we also replant, so we regrow. We're trying to continue to give that energy. Excuse me. Then there's, you know, well, I say grandfather sky, grandmother, grandmother earth. That is a Native American, and I'm like trying to show you like all these different beautiful mother figures that surrounds us, that give us, that are stories that are told about the different mothers that love and walk. And different Hindi, there's different deities for mothers, and different comedic different things about mother, and that's beautiful. These are the things that we get to experience learning about these mothers love from different aspects of what they do, and they provide lessons of love and nurturing and caring and providing for different individuals. It's just like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, that is deep. They're taking care and watching beings flourish. And the earth is so special that it watches the animals nurture and go forth, in the plants, in the trees, and the mountains. All of that is nurturing the way the water goes and flows. That's nurturing. So, for those that never had that feeling of nurturing or had a mother in their life and that haven't experienced that in their life, I want you to think and feel. And if you had an aunt that loved you and hugged you, feel that emotion with you when you're feeling down, like, oh, love, like, oh my gosh. When she can, she gave you the love that you need because maybe, like I said, there was dysfunction and she did the best she could to show you the love that she could. And if you had a mother that had some issues, I gotta say, a lot of them people come from this wrong with mother issues. Think how what might have triggered that and have some kind of sympathetic feeling of what she went through and maybe why she's the parent she was. But look at you today because of the parent she was to you and how strong you are. Because if they were not a nurturing mother, and you're here today standing watching, especially watching my show, I know you're strong, you're blessed, you're open, and you were loved. You had love deep down inside you that came out and flourished. And I applaud you totally for that because that takes a lot of courage. So I say thank you for sticking around for my life because some people don't make it, some people in their life. So that's what I wanted to say. Like, let's talk about the love we feel in that journey of healing our hearts. So when you're in love, think about that feeling when you're in love. You want to do everything for that person. You want to be with them, or there's different people. I've explained to you guys. I've not been there like that. So what it feels like, take it in yourself. First of all, forgive whatever they did and just let it go. And don't forgive them for them, forgive them for you. so the healing process can be done. And let me tell you, once you do that process, a lot of stuff open up. Sometimes there's little triggers here and there that might trigger you. Forgive yourself and understand that you are erred in your human ways, which we all do, because no one walking this plane and probably other dimensions was perfect and won't be perfect. But forgive yourself and like, okay, you got this, and work with that energy and bring it in. And it's like a mother that's just had a newborn baby. Just nurture, nurture. She has the baby's dependent on her. The baby needs to eat, and the mother has to provide it. Diaper needs to be changed. Mother has to do it. This is the nurturing. Just think about it. If I need, I'm fed, and I want you to call on that energy. Like when you want somebody to talk to or nurturing, talk, sit down and talk, and you pull that energy into you, and you be surprised what will happen when you do that. That energy just changes, and you'll get the energy that you need to be able to function and feel that loving energy and call in this planetary mother that looks out for you, cares for you, and loves you. You'll be able to pull it in. And you'll be like, wait a minute. I asked for mom, and you might have forgotten about it. Next thing, this the person shows up, hi, how you doing? And all of a sudden, they like got these motherly thoughts and feelings and want to take care of you. That's about being a loving. You know what I mean? So, I got my. Sometimes just be thankful for that energy that you've been a part of, that they brought into your life. And they just, like I said, then you have a family. They might have children, and then they might not have children, and then all of a sudden you're taking that place. You might be replacing something they're missing because the mothers want to nurture. So they're missing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's amazing. So you fit in the piece of the puddle. So they're getting that from actually knowing you. You provided an emptiness in them for them to grow and give their love to. Because a lot of people want something to nurture and love. Sometimes that's why a lot of people get animals to take a spot of an emptiness beside them, and also to give love because they got so much love they want to give. So they'll get cats, like they talk about the cat lady, the dog man. That's so many dogs, and that's all they do, or so many birds or whatever, because it's the energy, that mother loving energy. Even in men, there's nurturing energy. It's not necessarily mother, but it's nurturing energy they want to give. And that's what I call it, divine mother nurturing energy. That doesn't make them a mother, it's a father that's given divine energy of nurturing. They're in touch with their feminine side. And that doesn't make them one way or another. But also, like us as women, we got to tap into our masculine side sometimes to get things done. But that's a topic for another show. So I wanted you, ooh, that turkey's starting to smell so good. um, it's about the energy push out. Like, you ever received energy healing so good that your body tingles? You ever receive energy so good from a session that your heart feel like it wants to burst? And the reason it bursts is because it's filled with so much loving and caring and emotion, that when you get that loving, I'm telling you, when you get that divine, nurturing, loving, your heart expands and opens up, and doors open up. And all the little padlocks that you don't realize that have been inside you, they start popping open. Click, 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 click. And everything you do will be like, wow, you see love in the air. You see love in this. You'll see the beauty. Everything will change your vision. The glasses that you had on, you might not even need those glasses anymore, because your perception of what you see is beautiful. It's like, what? So I want you to think about that. How you bring that energy to you constantly. How do you stay in that energy field and be open to receive? Okay. Be open to receive that energy when you open yourself up. If you ask for it, say, okay, I accept this from my highest conscious good, I hire from my higher Christ conscious self. I mean, or whatever, let it walk in and I receive this energy of love. Have open mindedness, and you'll be surprised at how many blessings you will get and how they'll come about. They will expand. Your heart will expand. Like I said, the little locks will pop off, but also there'll be a glow about you. There'll be a walk about you. There'll be a different kind of aura about you when you're working in that loving, nurturing energy. And you will exude it that you can actually, it will bounce off of you that you'll be able to walk in, actually send it out. That to me is amazing when you can walk in that balance. So I hope this has been good for you. I hope I helped you in some type of way of giving you loving energy. I want to say I am Dr. D from Food Alchemy Network. I am a doctor med physician where I work on healing the body, mind, and soul together spiritually, physically, as well as psychologically, as well as spiritually, that combines together to get the healing for your body, to know what your body needs and express it. And this is some of the things that I've been seeing that we've been missing in our life is that nurturing, loving energy, untainted, but love. I want to invite you to continue to work with love in your circle, in your being. So I'm going to say toodles for now. It's been wonderful. Ashe, ashe, aseo, aho, and all that good stuff. Namaste. I know many more. Kapkunka. Thank you. And adios and ciao for now. So I hope you stay tuned tomorrow. Trying to cut my shows down a little bit shorter. We're winding up. Saturday is the more light show for every day. This week we have met the challenge, and thank you for being here and be part of my journey. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. Love ya. Uh-oh.